I saw this, an actual free speech ranking survey from a college. Male students are more tolerant of political rivals than female students are of political allies. Don't make me show the graph! So these are all color-coded, haven't thought much about it, something else. Oh no! More tolerant is up, less tolerant is down. And the biases are also... Wait, the distribution is actually kind of even too. Yeah, even if you're on opposite sides. Oh Lord. Oh Lord, help me. Chat, I've said this before, I'll say it again. I've said this before, man. Your average, like, you know, in air quotes, racist man will risk his life to save someone he doesn't know, regardless of their, like, skin color. But your average, like, hashtag love, hashtag tolerance, hashtag we coexist together, woke Redditor terminally online woman is gonna mock your death and then dance and piss on your grave for voting the wrong way or thinking that you voted the wrong way. Like, I'm gonna give you a real life example. I'm gonna give you a real life example of this being true. How often do you see guys that get into literal fist fights and then become best friends after? Like, I'm not trying to say that always happens, or that it even happens the majority of the time, but I've at least seen it happen personally, anecdotally, probably a handful of times in my life. I've never seen that happen with girls. Ever. Not even once. I've seen more than once, mainly in high school when you get older. Two dudes, I remember this, two dudes getting into a literal fist fight, beating the ever-loving shit out of each other, and then stand up and shake hands, and then they're walking down, like, the hallway together, and then hanging out days later being, like, super friendly. Like, I don't get it, obviously, but I have never ever seen two women getting into a cat fight, whether it's physical or, like, you know, verbal. Like, they're pulling their hair, throwing punches. I've seen that, right? And then make it up and call it a day. Like, that from that day onward, they're mortal enemies until they die. That's, like, my anecdotal experience. You can say I'm wrong, but, like, but that's personally what I've seen with my two own eyes, you know? And I believe that's the way the world works. We've proven our willingness and ability to stand up for our ideas and came to respect each other for it. I don't know. I'm not a man. I can't tell for certain, like, why. I don't know. Maybe, like, our brains evolved differently in a sense. Or, like, is it the hormones? I don't know. I really don't. I don't know how to... I might try to understand men, but the lived experience is completely different for, like, each man individually. And it's very different for females, too. You guys can't tell me with utmost certainty that you know exactly what it's like to be a woman. Like, you might have a sister or a mom, but, like, you don't know. You don't know for sure. I'm just, like, I've lived through, like, I don't know, say my older brother. Yeah. I don't know, okay, hear me out. I'm gonna make up some complete bullshit. I'm gonna pull it straight out of my ass. Hear me out. And you guys tell me if you think I'm crazy. As a woman, I know it's hard to believe, as a woman, I think because we are the physically weaker of the two sexes, and we as women don't have, like, the power to protect ourselves, we seek the safety of, like, consensus. Like, in other words, if I find out, say, for example, if I found which opinion is, like, the most commonly held opinion, and then I subscribe to that belief. I don't know, it doesn't have to be political. It doesn't have to be. I will then feel safe because I know that more people agree with me than disagree with me. So then that proportionally means my odds of survival go up because people aren't gonna physically attack me. I don't know. I don't know. I'm pulling shit out of my ass. I'm just saying, you know, like, I don't fucking know. Is there study? Like, you know what I mean? Like, more people are on my side, meaning my odds of getting hurt or attacked go down. So my odds of survival go up. You know, number go up. My odds of people helping me goes up. Or, like, refusal to help you because of differing opinion goes down. Like, I don't know. I think that's maybe how the female brain works. I don't know. Let's take that logic and, like, apply it to the graph. Like, if I'm a woman... that sounds so stupid. If I'm a woman and then I subscribe to a certain political belief or ideological belief, and then I subconsciously think that not only like my well-being, but the well-being of my entire tribe, like the people that I care about, maybe like, I don't know, like whatever, country, tribe, the people that agree with me is like dependent on my belief being the correct one. Like, I'm gonna aggressively and viscerally defend my ideology. Like, I'm gonna view people outside of my quote-unquote, you know, tribe as evil, as scum, as disgusting non-humans that don't deserve my respect. Like, you know, like, let's amp it up to like 1 million. You know, they don't deserve my respect or my empathy type of shit. I know, this is all like, yeah, safety in numbers? I don't know. Nazis, well, like, you know, the verbal is like a different perspective of it, but like, to me it's like, if you think about it, if you go against the grain, you're seen as a pick-me as a girl. But like, if other men are fighting each other, they don't do men have like, I guess like simp? No, I don't know. Simp isn't the same thing because it specifically means you're having an opinion. I mean, I guess simp is the same thing, is it not? I don't know. I feel like with women, it's so much more derogatory. Like, oh, you're a pick-me. You can't think for yourself. Now, obviously, like, you know, this is another thing. Obviously, this isn't the only reason. There are plenty of other reasons. I think women, like I said, I think they're also, like, more emotionally, and they're more emotional, and they're more empathetic. And then that empathy gets weaponized. I do think that. I think a lot of men are very logical. Not saying that all men don't fucking give a shit or anything, but like, women have a lot of estrogen. Performative male behavior? I don't know. It for sure is a thing, for sure. I don't know. I think it really is just as simple as that. Your empathy gets weaponized. You're a woman, and say you get into politics, and you get told that the other political party hates you and wants to take away your rights and lock your children in cages and deny people of basic like human rights or whatever the fuck, right? So now your empathy, your emotions are being weaponized. And you think those people are just the most evil scum you've ever met. And then thus any action against them is like, yeah, like no actions against them is like wrong. So you can do whatever you want or say whatever you want. This is why they'll laugh when you get shot or like do a TikTok dance to you know, you getting shot or something. Do you guys remember that trend with like little kids and like teenagers and like mostly girls doing like prom dances or prom edits, and it's like Charlie Kirk getting shot? That was crazy to me. They'll do that when something horrible happens to you. Hurt feelings equals violence? Yeah, I don't know. I would really love to like... I would love to like plug in my brain and say, like, my closest relative, like, genetically is my big brother, right? What if they did a study on, like, them saying something hurtful to him and then saying something hurtful to me and seeing how mad we get, or like what the emotional receptors in our brains do comparatively? But then there's so many factors, like, I don't know, maybe my brother's more sensitive, maybe I'm a little bit more, like, I don't know, lenient. I don't know. I'm still a girl. I still think I do get emotional. I do. I agree. But, like, again, it's so hard to, like, take into account, like, other factors. Maybe you grew up differently. I don't know. I would love to have a study done like that. There's a tech to measure emotional reactions in the brain. Yeah. The brainwave difference. Yeah. Does this elicit more brainwaves? Is this eliciting a brainwave? What is this? Women view everyone as competition. I half agree. I think this is true when women are kind of left to their own devices. Like, if you're a girl and you grew up with, like, no dad and you have no circle of close friends, and especially when your peers are, like, other divisive women and you don't have a husband, like, I think all of that combined, then it's more likely, I guess, right? But I think, like, a well-adjusted woman with a strong father figure, maybe they have a husband or a boyfriend, like, long-term boyfriend, good relationship, doesn't get beat or something, isn't abused, happy in life overall. I don't think those girls are likely to be as catty and view everyone as competition. Like, do men commiserate? Like, yeah, they do, but, like, they don't fight each other. I don't know. Like, I think it's more nurture than, like, actual nature. I think yeah, I definitely think so. I think nature versus nurture. I think nurture is the one that pulls more for this. Like, yes, there is always the argument that can be made, like, oh, well, women view as competition because they're the ones picking and whatever. But, like, yeah, I guess so. Men are competitive. But I don't want to get into it too deep, but, like, there's a reason why military men don't view each other in the same way as men versus women versus women, and why there's a lot of infighting with girls in groups. I think men are naturally, like, mentally more cooperative. Sabotage oriented. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I do think, like, men are competitive. Absolutely, I agree. But there's, like, a psychological reason to it, too. Men are competitive, but after can still be friends. And again, you could argue that's because, like, women are emotional. Or more emotional. Not that men can't be emotional. Of course they can. That'd be retarded. But, you know what I mean? Ooh, measure hormones after getting, like, I don't know, slighted. Like, if a man gets slighted by another man, I would want to see if, like, what happens in their brain or something. I don't know, I sound like a crazy scientist, but I find that stuff really fascinating. How would you do that, though? How could you possibly measure brainwaves and stuff with, like, and make it, like, an actual experiment without, like, it being forced? I don't know. A punch? No. It's gotta be equivalent to, like, girls being slighted, too. I don't know. Very interesting hypotheticals. Need some water. Yeah. What is this? Progressivism is a female-led political movement and explains cancel culture in the online discourse perfectly. We're getting a little political here, and I don't want the conversation to go that way, so I'll probably keep it brief. Like, I don't know if I would say it's female-led. Maybe in some cases it is. But it's most definitely, like, female-powered. Like, female-fueled. Like, look at, for example, look at Hassan's demographic. Like, his audience. I bet you if you showed statistics, like, I bet you, like, an absolute fuck ton of women. Lots and lots of girls watch Hassan. That's undeniable. I'm sure there's a lot of men, but I would say it's probably a majority women at this point. Well, with all the first strapping and whatnot too. I don't know. Like, again, I think because women are more emotional and more empathetic, women have a significantly lower bar for being radicalized. And when you become radicalized, doing things like trying to get someone fired from their job or for having, like, the wrong opinion becomes way more common. Hassan thirst trapping. Well, I mean, you know, it brings in the big bucks. Fucking chuds. Urgh. This is because democracy is a male trait. It's rooted in camaraderie and the threat of violence. Women are all authoritarians. They rule either as a queen, ooh, and autocrat over children and home, or joins various covens and harems. I don't think it's that deep. Like, I think women just hate violence. Unless you're the enemy, of course. Yeah, like, that's why whenever you see a video of, like, a street fight, you inevitably hear, like, a woman shrieking, stop. You know, stop! Again, it's this blanket, like, all women. Like, it's not all women. It's not. It's women who are insecure. And let's be honest, I think, I'm gonna be honest, all these women who are insecure, who are terminally online, and they consume an insane, copious amount of social media, that's who it is. It also depends on who you're around, obviously. It's also totally a nurture thing, like I said. Nature versus nurture. I think it's tugging towards the nurture. Like, every girl I knew that loved Tumblr is now a boba lib. And by contrast, every girl I knew from WoW or most video games, like League or Dota, or I don't know, maybe some of them play like CSGO, is a slur-slinging turbo chud. Yeah. Like, I think the notion that women can't have a good head on their shoulders is, like, completely retarded. I do think that like, every girl I've met who has a dad is somewhat stable. Yeah, even if they're super mentally ill, I think they're stable enough. Again, anecdotal, but sure. Boba, it's like a... It's like a term, boba lib. It's like when you're performative, like... because I grew up... Okay, I'll explain. Boba lib, it's like a term. I grew up with a lot of Asians. My school, in middle school and high school, was like 70% Asian. Yeah, so I grew up with a decent amount of, like, Asian girls. Vietnamese, Filipino, Korean, Chinese. I think there was one Japanese girl in our class. But, like, the vast majority was Southeast Asian or Korean or Chinese. So, like, yeah, boba tea, boba liberal. I don't know, I just kind of popped in my head. Just because, like, I grew up with them, so, like, a lot of them are like that. I even knew a girl from Singapore. I remember that, too. Yeah, like, I think it's stupid. I think the moment you start thinking in absolutes, at the end of the day, I think that's when you start to lose the plot. You stop being, like, reasonable, being like, yeah, it's all fucking women. That's why I'm scared. Like, sometimes, not, like, literally scared and shaking in my boots, but sometimes I get scared when I see people being like, oh my god, women, repeal the 19th, and I'm like, There's a lot of good women out there. It's just that there's so many screaming retarded ones that they're ruining it for everyone, and it makes me just like, shut up! Shut up, you're gonna ruin it for me! Yeah, like, I have... you know what I mean? Yeah, there's a lot of... Again, people are like, Scoot is a very good example. Sure, I agree. There are reasonable women in this sphere that are just normal. You know, normal enough for being a VTuber, for example. You think we're joking? I know. Some people aren't joking, right? That's what's scary. I think the more dumb shit happens, it's like, it's kind of like, ugh. Your solutions for plummeting birth rate and lib-left terrorism when? Buddy, I'm an anime girl. I'm just talking like hypotheticals, buddy. I know Asmon's on vacation, but don't ask me, like, really fucking tough questions. I don't fucking know, okay? You added me too, so I specifically see it. I see it, buddy. I'm gonna ignore it. I don't know. This is so out of my league. You want a woman in politics? There you go. Vacation? Well, you know I'm joking, but you know what I mean. A line for president? No, I don't want to be in politics! Thank you! Thank you very much. I'll leave it up to the men. I don't want to do it. Brain hurty anyway. I definitely need to see what they define tolerance as. Can't just accept this at face value. That's a good point. Like, if I had to guess, they probably gave these people who answered the survey like the standard 5-point spectrum answer, you know, like strongly agree, the middle one is neutral, and then like disagree, strongly disagree, you know, those very standard ones. And then like ask them if they would tolerate people that disagree with them on certain topics, whether or not they're like strangers, friends, or family. Yeah, like it really, yeah, I could see that. Yeah, that's a good point. I do. You'd have to be like, you have to really like, yeah, like, is it the Likert scale? Yeah. I don't know. What is this? What the fuck am I reading? What? Male students are more domesticated by females to be more agreeable. Chat, are we serious right now? Come on, man. No, you're wrong. You're like actually wrong. Like the vast majority of cases of men being, I don't know, what the fuck, domesticated, I'm putting these parentheses, like domesticated in like college or something by females is just an act. That's like an actual thing. Like they're pretending to agree with them because so they can fuck them. Like, of course there are some turbo-cucked men who will always agree with, like, a blue-haired, mentally ill female friend named Chelsea or Karen or Lilith, like, but, like, overwhelmingly, the guys agreeing with girls in college and then changing their social media bios to, like, a bunch of flags and, you know, their pronouns and, free Palestine hashtag and coexist. To be more progressive, are just doing it to get into their pants. Yeah, look, they exist. I'm sure. Men more tolerant because we know violence, so we know to be more tolerant and responsible. It's that simple. Well, you know what the other thing is? Women are not the ones that go out and fight the fights. If you're a woman and you're like, okay, let's go bomb this, like, this town or this city for disagreeing with us. Like, let's say this is just a fucking stupid stretch in my imagination, in my fantasy world. Men are the ones going out there and fucking dying. Like, yeah, sure, you could say, oh, well, it's not all men. Okay, let's say fucking 5% of women. The vast majority of the men are going out and fighting. So they know what that entails. Murder, killing innocents, killing people, killing animals. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they know what it means to say, I'm going to go hurt someone. So I think, like, there's actually, like, a grain, or like even a grain of truth to, like, men are very empathetic. They know what it means to, like, see war, to see famine, to see people blowing their legs off and stuff. Yeah, war never changes, exactly. It's a mating strategy. It's a mating strategy. Ah, yes, the male that is seeking out this blue-haired female is going to go out and pretend to be very tolerant of her ideas in order to get into her pants. Yeah, war never changes. War is in the DNA, for sure. I believe that. It never changes. Even 100 years ago. Yep. Why would you want to breed with that, though? Because it's a hole. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to be mean or anything, but, like, you know, a hole is a hole. A dick is a dick. Like, why do girls bang attractive men that are bad for them? Because it's a hot hole. Because attractiveness leads these women down paths and overrides their brain. Like, you can say, oh, it's just the men that want to fuck the blue-haired Karens. No, women do the retarded shit too. Don't they, like, date serial killers or try to date them even after they find out they're, like, a mass murderer or something? It's the same thing, but, like, you know, different side of the coin. Yeah, I can change him, or I can change her. Not necessarily breeding, just fucking. Yeah, but okay, pause, but do you know what usually happens when you do the deed? Sometimes you get pregnant. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm putting down. No way. I know. Yep. Dating prisoners? Dude. It's insane. Yeah, writing letters to prisoners and being like, yeah, I can change him. He only, like, robbed a bank and held his people at gunpoint. No, he's a different guy now. That's what I mean, man. It's just the opposite. People are dumb. Yeah, I would say blanketly, like, holy fuck, man. People are so dumb. Yeah. Dumb. He's so good to me. Oh, he would change for me. Trust me. He gets out of jail and he'll change for me. Yeah. All right. I think that's it. Yeah, lots of things to talk about. Things we disagree with. Wow, that was crazy. I actually disagree with some of these things. He could never. Oh, this is. I forget what his name is. I'm really bad with names. I know exactly what he looks like. He's the guy that has, like, Joker tattoos on his face. This is a real story, chat. He ran over some woman while he was backing out of the driveway. I think he killed her. And then he got sent to prison. But because he's conventionally attractive and tall. Yeah, Wade Wilson, that guy. The Deadpool guy. There was a woman in there who was the friend of the woman that got ran over, and she unironically was like, oh, he would never do that to me. I want to be with him. After he ran over your friend! In real life! This isn't a fictional story. Yeah, and he has a swastika tattoo and everything. He's a crazy motherfucker. He has, like, a bunch of tattoos on his face, too. Like, all over his body. And it's like, I'm just sitting here like, you're too retarded. Yeah, like, how he wouldn't fucking hurt you? What's wrong with you? Absolutely insane. How could you say that? Oh my god, she's got such pretty privilege. Yeah, guys have pretty privilege too. Yeah. How many times have we had some crazy hot chick that we watched like a YouTube video on and she's like, oh, I murdered my boyfriend, but she's like really attractive and has big boobs and maybe a big butt. And chat's like, I could fix her. I could fix her. You are a fucking victim of your own brain too. Maybe some of you are kidding, but you are half joking. There's a lot of men who do the same thing. It's true. Well, some people are desperate. I don't know. People are dumb. I'd make her worse. I want her to break me. Chat! It was joking unless. God damn. No, that was good though. That was good. The Luigi guy? Yeah, Luigi, the Luigi guy that straight up cold blood murdered the people and stalked them and stuff and admitted was like, yeah, I did that. And there's like a line of fangirls just being like, I want to bang him. Yes. Yes, I love him. I'm good. You guys can have him. I'm all right. They can vote. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't Luigi gay? I got no idea. Who gives a fuck? Even saying that, even if he was gay, that's retarded. Yeah, like, that's another example, actually. Jeffrey Dahmer, wasn't he, like, full-blown gay? Yeah, he murdered a bunch of gay boys. I don't mean, like, derogatory gay boys. Like, gay young men. He killed a bunch of them. And there was a bunch of women writing to him in prison and being like, I love you. I love you. You're the best. I could change you. And he's like, actually gay. Like, what are you doing? Yeah. I can turn him. Yes. Yes. And this was like in the 70s or 80s. John Wayne Gacy targeted young boys. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Jeffrey Dahmer ate like a young black man, didn't he? I don't know. I get them all mixed up, to be honest. He was ashamed of gay sex and would kill his partners. Yeah, that was it. Yep. That guy was so fucked up.